All right, everyone. Back at it again. Different day, same crap. Today is the May 12th, Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all those mommies out there. If it wasn't for you, this planet would have been topsy-turvy. Yes, we got, you know what they say about out of the frying pan? Well, this is like out of the frying pan into multiple frying pans. I mean, pick your poison. They all got heat underneath them. And that frog is smoking. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I got, or what I had, or what I'm doing now. This changer clutch pedal, if you will. Well, that's more like the pedal. And this here is part of the throwout system. This is a bracket for this other end, like this one here is. This holds this thing up. And the situation I had now with this thing is one or more of these push rods would stick. It would go, you could shove it in, this thing would go to the one side like it should, but then the thing would stick in the end position. Activate a different one, and this one would give loose, and then this one here would actually do what it's supposed to. A lot of them was doing what they were supposed to, but one of these, I think it was this one, it would go in and stay in. It would hang right there on that thing. Well, once you have all of the items that you need in the appropriate spots and tightened down, you're adding a lot of pressure to this thing, especially the wheel portion of the thing that contacts this rubber grommet. It has this thing has to push more against that grommet, or this shaft, to push it over there out of the way, and then consequently this flapper bar right here, or this angled bar right there that changes when this wheel turns, when the drum turns. Your tuner assembly, well, depending on if it's minimized or maximized, you got push a lot of pressure against this thing in order to do it. Now, what was happening was this thing would go in there and do what it should do, but there would be so much friction against all these static parts here that it would get into a bind, and it would stay there. It would stick. And wouldn't, even with the spring, you tighten the spring up to pull it back, and you put it even in more of a bind. So what I figured I'd do is pull this out. Oh, by the way, this will come out with these two. You remove the two nuts underneath this panel right here, the mounting bar here, and remove your 3 wires on the back and your 2 braids, and this throwout bearing, and this tuner will lift right out. You'd have to take your set screws off on this and push it back out of the way, but then Now, I got to make an adjustment to this bend here to allow a relief on these two holders here so it doesn't get into a bind. So let me take care of that and we'll be back. Okay, we're kind of back together. At least I back together as far as soldering the solder points back on. What we did on this was, if you remember, I had that gizmo down there, saw blade there, out, and what I did was you can't quite see it from this angle, even if I put better light on it. You see just below those screws there on that throwout bearing, you can barely make out there is a offset bend at the bottom of that sawtooth thingy bar. And I also had to take the throwout bearing and the holes in it, I had to elongate them, because before I did anything to it, this thing here rode low compared to the holes in that saw blade thingy, and so that meant I had to raise this shaft up in order to line the holes with the throwout bearing. Well, I wound up when I put that, I figured I could put a bend like this in that sawtooth piece and make up a little difference in the hole misalignment on this throwout bearing, if you will. And it didn't quite get there, so thank goodness I had my little grinders over there for steel. I took the throwout bearing, put it in the vise, and elongated the holes so that I could at least have some fudge factor in there, and it worked out. Now that meant that this shaft here kind of leans, instead of that way, it leans in that way. That gives you a little bit more pressure for this rubber thingy, so you don't have to set this sawtooth blade here, the saw blade, out so far on the shaft. And it allows for a little bit easier tuning. Let me show you, if I can, what I mean. That thing is sweet now, and it tunes manually a lot better. So thank heaven for miracles. Well, having the brain power to produce miracles. I don't now, if it just kind of holds on and holds better until I can get everything wound up on here. I'm letting the cabinet, I got it sitting out in the sun because I got it sanded down. I don't know if I covered that in the last segment. I got it sanded down after applying a coat of aqua coat on it, and sanded everything back smooth all the way to 400 grit. And I got it getting hot out there, so that because what I did was I went over it lightly with some more stain. This time I went over it with special walnut, and yesterday, and it didn't quite dry before the evening set in. I wanted to get at least a couple of coats on it, but that didn't happen, so we're going to do that today as soon as I can get this back out of my hair. So hang on, we'll have some more. All right, here we are. It is Sunday evening, about 6:30, Mama's Day. I hope all you mamas out there had your kids call you or come see you or give you a great big hug and a smooch on the cheek, or anywhere else they're used to. My mama's been gone now for 17 years. It's hard to believe it's been that long. Man, time is going by. I got my brother and my sister, and my sister's in town from Washington State, the TAC area. My brother lives here in Cottonwood, as well as me. And we went out and had a good, nice dinner. And talked about the old days. So we finally got this thing, I think, in order. I hope. I've been making tweaks here and there to it and everything, and checking out this and that. And we got the plate antenna mounted up here above the thingy to simulate being up in the upper part of the cabinet. We got the loop back antenna in proximity to the back of the chassis, like it would be if it was in the cabinet. And we've got it fired up and getting ready to do a quick scan of this thing on all bands and to check out this and that. As far as the cabinet is concerned, it's back here. I finally got the second coating of stain dried up, and we got it brushed down. We got it brushed down, and we got one coat of clear on it. So I think in about another 20 minutes or so, we're going to be shooting it again. As soon as I see that this here is dry to the touch. And then tomorrow we're going to let it cure up most of the day, and then we're going to fine sand it with some 400 and maybe 600. So there is that. So it's coming along. I still got to make up my mind what kind of cloth I want to use on it. So let me plant you right here. And then we'll drag up my stool pigeon, and we will proceed to hopefully you can hear all right too. That fan is, I can shut that fan down on low speed. Matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and turn it completely off so that way it doesn't influence this radio. Everything else seems to. So anyway, here we go. We are on the shortwave band now. Let's go to the D band. I'm not really sure. I think that might be the 31 meter band. I'm not sure. I think this might be an all-day band, day and evening. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Yeah, there won't be too much up in this area. I would not guess. Okay. Let's drop down to the C, or the shortwave tube band, what some would call. WWV at 15. Boy, there's three right there, close together. I mean, real close. Okay, we're back. My timer went off for my poly.
Scores, either erasing or allowing the camera
Yeah, it's down around 7.0. About 6.7. 6.6. 6.4. Thereabouts. And then about 6.3 or 6.2. 6.1. 'Seething frog. Wow, I couldn't believe that many stations came through on a homemade antenna, no less. Now, yesterday I heard on YouTube there was nobody could get any shortwave. Now I'm not sure where that was. Somewhere across the country, shortwave was not working or not out there because of the solar storm. Boy, we're knocking them dead tonight. So anyway, we'll drop down to the V band, which some call the police band or shortwave 1. That is up at the upper part of the current AM band. Let's see if we can't get anybody to answer their doorbell tonight. Now I haven't fine-tuned the plate antenna yet. That's on trimmer 15. It's on the back panel. It says to do that after it's back in the cabinet. So, and I'll have to redo the upper one for the AM band 1400 to fine-tune or tune in the loop and the plate antenna. Not a whole lot right now on this. None. Okay. We'll go down to the A band or the broadcast band.
Money cannot buy happiness. That's why we give you these songs for free.
That's our local. The long-range people have not made their way into the valley yet. We do have clouds moving in. A lot of the surrounding areas are probably turned down their power, and so I can't pick them up right now. That is it. Okay, let me go. I go back to this one.
That doesn't mean they're all prolonged adolescence.
Leveling Rafah to thousands of people that won't destroy Hamas. Any intelligence official will tell you that. And there's no plan for the day after. That's not actually an effective, wise strategy diplomatically.
I could find a station that wasn't playing music. Wasn't playing music, and
I mean, the crazy part is they would have still had Obi Toppin. It would have.
let me see. So I could demonstrate the boost assembly.
As a local business owner, you get called every week by marketing companies. We get it. We have hundreds of satisfied customers.
Higher savings rates and digital options that let you bank when, where, and how you choose. Apply online in as little as 5 minutes at 1azcu.com/auto. Visit your neighborhood branch or by phone 24/7 800 or
Fundraiser with George Clooney, Julia Roberts, former President Obama in mid-June in Los Angeles. And there's also going to be a fundraiser with former President Bill Clinton.
That's better be all the way I can do with that. Don't want to get a strike. They're getting so anal about that thing. Okay, so anyway, this thing is working a whole lot better. So now to wind this up, I am going to try and get the cabinet done by midweek, hopefully Thursday at the latest, maybe. Tuesday I go in for the catheter removal. We'll be back here with bells on and a bone in our nose, ho ho, and we're going to try and get that cabinet situated away. I've been chomping at the bit to grab something off the shelf. In the meantime, the Godzilla radio is still sitting on a bench out there, and the Philco, the little Philco table radio, is still sitting on the back burner. It's listed. They're both listed on eBay right now, and we got some looky-loos, but no takers. I'll tell you, all the other radios that I've had never lasted more than maybe 2 weeks. A couple of them lasted about 2 weeks to 3 weeks. The rest sold from anywhere within a few hours of being listed to a few days of being listed. That tells me the economy is headed south. So that means probably either have to wind up going to plastic radios, like everybody else is doing, and those are going to be AM only. I just, it's not much of a challenge, with doing those AM only radios. Some of them, some people don't even get it done, but there's nothing to them, and I don't feel like being stuck in the 50s. Only as a child, 50s or 60s. There's just nothing to them. So, I don't know. I don't want to go to transistors because somebody's already doing that. I definitely don't. I have no idea my way around the TV set. And besides, somebody's already doing that. A few people are doing that. And I do have a transoceanic, an H500, sitting over there. I have two of them that are my radios. And I might drag one of those out to just tinker with and see what's up with it. The other three radios, I got a 40-145 Philco push button AM shortwave, and an airline, and I'm not sure, there might be two airlines over there, so I don't know. We'll have to see what the future offers. It's not looking good, I'll tell you though. So anyway, happy Mother's Day, all you mothers. Hope your kids gave you a call. We're going to take and shut everything down here, and we're going to move inside and catch up on some of the crap that's going on. And we'll be back out here again tomorrow doing the cabinet. So thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks for hanging in there. And thanks for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. All you new subscribers, in case I didn't get a chance to see you guys. Till next time. Awikos.